Most people think a credit score above 700 is good enough. The wealthy think differently. They know that an 850 credit score isn't just a number. It's a key that unlocks financial opportunities worth millions over a lifetime. Here's what shocked me when I started researching how the ultra-wealthy handle credit. While regular folks celebrate hitting 750, wealthy individuals treat anything below 800 as leaving money on the table. They've turned credit score management into a precise science, and today I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. Only 1.54% of Americans have a perfect 850 credit score. But here's the kicker. Wealthy individuals make up a disproportionate percentage of that tiny group. This isn't coincidence, it's strategy. The difference between a 750 and 850 credit score might seem small, but it can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest payments over your lifetime. More importantly, it gives you access to financial products and opportunities that most people never even know exist. Financial advisors tell you to pay your bills on time and keep your credit utilization under 30%. That's kindergarten-level advice that keeps you stuck in the middle-class credit game. The wealthy know that following conventional wisdom gets you conventional results. While everyone else follows the basic rules, they figured out how to manipulate the credit scoring system legally and ethically to their advantage. Here's the problem with mainstream credit advice. It's designed to help you avoid bad credit, not achieve perfect credit. There's a massive difference between those two goals. Avoiding bad credit keeps you safe. Achieving perfect credit makes you wealthy. Most people treat their credit score like a report card, something that reflects their past behavior. Wealthy individuals treat their credit score like a chess game, where every move is calculated to improve their position for future opportunities. The typical middle-class approach focuses on damage control. Pay bills on time, don't max out cards, and hope for the best. The wealthy approach focuses on optimization. They understand that credit scoring is a game with specific rules, and they've mastered those rules. Before we get into the advanced strategies wealthy people use, let's talk about the basics that most people completely mess up. These are the low-hanging fruit that can boost your score fast. The biggest mistake people make is not checking their credit reports for errors. Studies show that 25% of credit reports contain errors that could hurt your score. That's 1 in 4 people walking around with a lower credit score than they deserve. Here's what shocks me. Most people have never actually looked at their full credit report. They just check their score on some app and think they're done. But your credit score is just a number. The real power is in the details of your credit report. The wealthy don't just monitor their scores. They audit their credit reports like accountants audit financial statements. They look for mistakes, outdated information, and anything that shouldn't be there. Common errors that can tank your score include accounts that aren't yours, wrong payment dates, incorrect balances, and old negative items that should have been removed. Each of these errors can cost you 20 to 100 points. Here's your action plan. Get your free credit reports from all 3 bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can get them at annualcreditreport.com. Don't use those other sites that want your credit card information. Go through each report line by line. Look for anything that's wrong, outdated, or doesn't belong to you. If you find errors, dispute them immediately. You can dispute online, but many experts recommend sending a certified letter for serious errors. Your dispute letter should include your complete name and address, a clear description of each error, and copies of documents that support your claim. The credit bureaus have 30 days to investigate and respond. But here's the part most people don't know. You need to dispute with both the credit bureau and the company that reported the wrong information. This doubles your chances of getting the error removed. Another low-hanging fruit strategy is making sure all your information is current and accurate. If you've moved, gotten married, or changed your name, make sure everything matches across all your accounts. Inconsistent information can hurt your score. Also, check that all your accounts are reporting correctly. Sometimes banks forget to report positive payment history, or they report the wrong credit limits. A quick phone call can fix these issues and boost your score. The wealthy also know to check for accounts they forgot about. That old department store card from 5 years ago might still be open and affecting your credit utilization ratio. Either use it occasionally or close it strategically. These simple cleanup steps can improve your score by 50 to 100 points in just a few months. It's not glamorous work, but it's the foundation everything else is built on. Rich people don't just have credit cards, they build credit portfolios. This is the first major difference between how wealthy and average people approach credit. A typical person might have 2 or 3 credit cards and maybe a car loan. Someone with perfect credit has a diversified credit portfolio that includes multiple types of credit accounts, each serving a specific purpose in their overall credit strategy. People with 850 credit scores average 5.8 credit cards, with only about $3,028 in total debt, compared to the national average of 3.9 cards, with $6,501 in debt. This tells us something crucial: they have more available credit but use much less of it. The wealthy understand that credit scoring algorithms reward diversity. Having a mortgage, auto loan, and multiple credit cards from different issuers shows lenders you can handle various types of credit responsibly. This is called credit mix, and it makes up 10% of your credit score. But here's where it gets interesting. Wealthy individuals often maintain accounts they rarely use just to improve their credit profile. They might have a store credit card they use once a year, or a business credit card that stays at zero balance most of the time. This strategy serves multiple purposes. First, it increases their total available credit, which lowers their overall utilization ratio. Second, it demonstrates their ability to manage multiple credit relationships. Third, it provides backup credit sources for emergencies or opportunities. Everyone knows to keep credit utilization under 30%. Wealthy people with 850 credit scores aim for under 10%, and many keep it under 5%. But here's the secret most people miss. Timing matters more than the percentage. Credit card companies report your balance to credit bureaus on your statement date, not your payment date. This means you could pay your balance in full every month, but still show high utilization if you're not paying attention to timing. Wealthy individuals pay their balances down to near zero before the statement date. This shows credit bureaus that they're barely using their available credit, even if they're charging significant amounts throughout the month. Some take this even further with a strategy called multiple payment timing. They make several payments throughout the month to keep their reported balance as low as possible. This isn't about avoiding interest. They're not carrying balances anyway. It's about manipulating the reported utilization ratio. Another wealthy strategy is the zero balance rotation. They'll rotate which cards show zero balances and which show minimal activity. Credit scoring algorithms like to see some activity on most accounts but very low balances. By rotating small balances across different cards, they satisfy the activity requirement while maintaining ultra-low overall utilization. The wealthy also understand per-card utilization versus overall utilization. Even if your total utilization is low, having one card with high utilization can hurt your score. They spread small balances across multiple cards rather than concentrating usage on one or two cards. Wealthy people don't just manage their credit, they time their credit moves like stock trades. They understand that credit scoring is dynamic, and they use this knowledge to their advantage. When wealthy individuals need to make a large purchase that might affect their credit score, they plan months in advance. They'll temporarily reduce their credit utilization to near zero, avoid applying for new credit, and time the purchase to minimize impact on their score. They also understand inquiry timing. While most people spread out credit applications randomly, wealthy individuals bunch them together within a short window when they're shopping for the best rates. Credit scoring algorithms count multiple inquiries for the same type of credit as a single inquiry if they occur within a 14 to 45-day window. Here's another timing strategy: account age optimization. The wealthy rarely close old credit cards even if they're not using them. They understand that account age makes up 15% of their credit score. Instead of closing accounts, they'll make a small purchase once every 6 months to keep the account active. Some wealthy individuals even time their credit report checks. They know that soft inquiries don't affect their score, but they want to see exactly what lenders see before making major financial moves. They'll pull their credit reports right before applying for mortgages or business loans to ensure everything looks perfect. The wealthy don't just check their credit score, they monitor it like a stock portfolio. They have systems in place to track changes, identify optimization opportunities, and respond quickly to any issues. Many wealthy individuals use credit monitoring services that alert them to any changes in their credit report within hours, not weeks. This allows them to address errors or unauthorized activity immediately, before it can impact their score. They also understand the difference between credit scores from different bureaus and different scoring models. While most people only know their FICO score, wealthy individuals track multiple scores and understand how lenders use different models for different purposes. The wealthy treat credit optimization as an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. They regularly review their credit reports, looking for opportunities to improve their scores. This might mean paying down balances strategically, requesting credit limit increases, or adding new types of credit to their mix. They also understand the seasonal nature of credit scoring. Credit utilization tends to be higher during holiday seasons, so they'll proactively reduce balances before these periods to maintain their advantage. Let's talk about the actual dollars and cents that make credit score optimization worth the effort. The wealthy understand that credit scores directly impact their borrowing costs, and these differences add up to massive savings over time. Here's a real-world example. On a $500,000 mortgage, the difference between a 760 credit score and an 850 credit score can save you about $30,000 in interest over 30 years. That's $1,000 per year in savings just from having excellent credit instead of good credit. But it gets even better for the wealthy. They often deal with larger loan amounts. On a $2 million investment property loan, that same credit score difference could save $120,000 over the loan term. For someone building a real estate portfolio, this adds up to hundreds of thousands in savings. The wealthy also get access to premium credit cards that aren't available to people with lower scores. These cards often have annual fees of $500 or more, but they offer benefits worth $2,000 to $5,000 per year in travel credits, concierge services, and other perks. Business loans are where the real money is made. A perfect credit score can mean the difference between getting a business loan at 5% versus 8%. On a $1 million business loan, that's $30,000 per year in interest savings. For a growing business, this extra cash flow can be the difference between success and failure. Insurance companies also use credit scores to set rates. People with excellent credit can pay 20 to 40% less for car insurance and homeowners insurance. For someone with multiple properties and expensive cars, this can save thousands per year. The wealthy also understand that perfect credit gives them negotiating power. When they have multiple lenders competing for their business, they can negotiate better terms on everything from interest rates to fees. Now let me show you exactly how to implement these wealthy strategies starting today. Step 1. Start with the low-hanging fruit credit cleanup. Get your free credit reports from all 3 bureaus at annualcreditreport.com. Go through each report line by line and dispute any errors you find. Make sure all your personal information is current and accurate. This alone can boost your score by 50 to 100 points. Step 2. Audit your current credit portfolio. List all your credit accounts, their balances, limits, and ages. Calculate your utilization ratio for each card and overall. Look for forgotten accounts that might be hurting your score. Step 3. Implement the timing strategy. Find out when each of your credit cards reports to the bureaus, usually your statement date. Set up automatic payments to bring balances to under 5% of the limit before this date. Step 4. Diversify your credit mix. If you only have credit cards, consider adding an installment loan. If you lack variety in your credit cards, research adding a different type of card from a different issuer. Step 5. Optimize your credit limits. Request increases on existing cards to lower your utilization ratio. Do this every 6 months, but only if you won't be tempted to spend more. Call the bank and ask for increases rather than applying online. Step 6. Set up monitoring systems. Use free services to monitor your credit reports from all 3 bureaus. Set up alerts for any changes or suspicious activity. Check your scores monthly, but don't obsess over small fluctuations. Step 7. Plan your credit moves. If you're planning to apply for a mortgage, auto loan, or business credit in the next year, create a timeline for optimizing your credit beforehand. Stop applying for new credit at least 6 months before major loan applications. Step 8. Master the maintenance routine. Schedule monthly credit reviews to ensure your balances are optimized, payments are on time, and your strategy is working. Set calendar reminders to use cards that have been inactive for several months. The key is consistency. Wealthy individuals don't do these things once, they make them part of their regular financial routine. This systematic approach is what separates them from people who just hope their credit score improves over time. Perfect credit isn't just about bragging rights, it's about financial freedom. The wealthy understand that credit score optimization is really wealth optimization in disguise. With an 850 credit score, you'll qualify for the lowest interest rates on everything from mortgages to business loans. You'll have access to premium credit cards with benefits worth thousands of dollars annually. You'll be able to negotiate better terms on insurance, and some employers even consider credit history in hiring decisions. But here's the real secret. Perfect credit gives you options. When opportunities arise, Whether it's a real estate investment, business venture, or emergency situation, you'll have the financial flexibility to act quickly. The strategies I've shared today aren't just about getting an 850 credit score, they're about thinking like wealthy people think about money. They're about understanding that every financial decision you make either moves you closer to or further from your wealth goals. The wealthy don't leave their financial future to chance. They optimize every aspect of their financial life, including their credit scores. Now, you have the knowledge to do the same. Start implementing these strategies today. Your future wealthy self will thank you. If this video opened your eyes to how the wealthy really think about money, subscribe to Stealth Wealth Hacks. Every week, I reveal more financial strategies that the ultra-wealthy use to build and protect their wealth, strategies that anyone can implement, regardless of their current financial situation.